But welcome back to, I believe, episode 7? I actually don't remember. I'm great at this. Yeah, it should be 7. But, things have... I've been working on some things, and one of the biggest ones is actually the item that I am holding. My transmutation tablet. I went and I grinded a little bit. Since we went to the Twilight Forest last time, we were able to at least get most of the areas. And that also meant, even though we didn't actually collect any, we had access to Alvamodium. I ended up making a charm of Alvamodium's sight. That way I could turn it on and off to make it last a little bit longer. And I went and I got some Alvamodium. I also have a pickaxe, which actually used up so much. I believe it uses up 10 ingots, which is 5 whole ore, which is a lot to me right now. Not great. But I have 8 left over. As you can see, I have miscellaneous ores in this chest, including some vibranium. And that would be because since I had access to the aluminium, I was then able to make the teleport pad, which takes us to the other. Now, fun little detail. You kind of see how there's some weird terrain going on here. It's very much like almost canyon-like. That would be because I may have gotten a little bit lost when I came here. Yeah, I didn't immediately put down a waypoint, and my little teleport pad here, well, it happened to be in a hole. Yeah, just a 1-block hole, but it was enough to where it made it really difficult to find it. So I took a while and I tried to find it, and eventually I did. But it took me a while. But soul sand is now easy to get. Not that we need it anymore. We also have access to a bunch of piglins. Not that we really care about them. Yeah, they're pretty easy. But I do like the demonic logs. They kind of look good. And so I'm thinking I might go and use them to do some decorations. We also have access to the leaves, which actually, I'm going to just grab a bunch real quick, because they could be useful. I also found these. Ancient soulberries. 20 saturation. It's crazy how much they give. So those are going to become my new food source. Because thanks to my transmutation tablet, I can now make bones just whenever I want. Which means, even if we're not directly farming it, bone meal is no longer an issue. Which I am very glad about. But we don't have anything to do here right now because we're not looking to get more vibranium. And yes, it does have to be placed in the nether for it to work. Otherwise, I probably would have put it somewhere here on my main base. I now have cow in a jar. And that is that is a whole mess. Let me tell you, it took me so long to get that sorted out. Because, I need a log real quick. Over here is how I finally got some more animals. I have cow, sheep, pig, a drigme apparently, a wireless sprig. I'm not really interested in them so much. But the reason I was finally able to get them was because of delightful dirt. And delightful dirt is made using the golden egg. I don't remember what its exact name is, though. I guess golden works. Yeah, the golden egg creates a 5x5 area of delightful dirt. And you get it through nutritious chicken feed. Simple enough, it looks like. Except here's the issue. I could not figure out how to get XP in a bucket. Everything I tried to do refused to work. Which led me down a rabbit hole. I finally found something that worked. And that something is, over here, the mob crusher. Gives me essence when it kills mobs. Okay, well, in order to make that, I needed the dissolution chamber, which, let me actually show you real quick. The mob crusher requires two things in particular. The plastic and the advanced machine frame. Now, everything else is obviously very easy to get, no problems there. However, an advanced machine frame requires netherite, plastic, a simple machine frame, and pink slime. The simple machine frame requires more plastic and latex, which is what plastic is made from. And of course, I also needed the dissolution chamber, which required more plastic. Now, to get the plastic, I need rubber. And to get the rubber, I need the latex. However, to make the latex, I need the latex itself, which requires a fluid extractor. So basically, by the way, the alchemical imbuer and fluid encapsulator, those were my attempts to get the XP first, because they were a lot simpler. Unfortunately, they didn't work. But that led me to making this one, which led to making this one, which led to making this one, which led to making the mob slaughter factory, which is how I produced the pink slime. Which, actually, I am going to show you. It's really funny what happens. Let me just bring a few chickens over. I have so many of them that it doesn't matter too much. But if we, bring our friends over, and we just let them sit there in front of it, they just disappear. Poof. Gone. We don't know exactly what happens to them, but they start going bye-bye. And so, that was kind of funny when I found it, because I accidentally did it to a baby chicken at first, and it just vanishes. That's all it does. But it was, quite interesting to see. So, but yeah, that was a whole mess. I figured I'd take care of most of it off camera. That way, we wouldn't have to deal with the mess that it was. Because it took me a while. It took me quite a while. This is my storage system that I made after coming back, because I needed to dump everything. We got our Twilight Forest stuff. We got weapons, armor, other miscellaneous gear. Wood, just building blocks, some foods, seeds, specifically mystical agriculture seeds, and potions. I didn't really know what else to kind of break things down into, because ores I have here, which I wish I could put the rest of these in, but unfortunately they have removed the EMC value for a lot of things, including vanilla things, like planks. Because if we look at a log has 64 EMC. So a plank would be a quarter of that. And then a stick would be a bit less. But no, neither of them have the EMC, which is really strange because they do in the vanilla version. So I don't know why they removed it, but they did. I was also able to complete the netherite meshes thanks to my EMC value, which a netherite ingot is only 8,000. A normal ingot is 1,000. So 8 of our iron was able to get us a full netherite ingot. Yeah, I feel like that doesn't quite match up, but hey, it is what it is at this point. I also... Hello? Did it not save properly or something? No, because these are all 0. Interesting. Okay. Yes, there we go. I can update all of these. I don't know why it just suddenly showed up again. That was weird. But yeah, all of those we now have as empty space, along with a couple of the various drawers and the mob drops. It's so loud over there. But yeah, I was able to condense it all down into EMC, which added up to a whole 7 million. We have a lot of EMC right now. Of course, it's not enough for the final, like, high tier levels of stuff. We'll need hundreds of millions for those. But we're on our way. We're starting to get there. Which is actually kind of crazy because all of this, or at least most of it, came from the various ores that we had just kind of saved up to this point. We hadn't done anything with them. So I just took them and I added them to the table. But the interesting thing is, the tablet, 4 dark matter blocks. Each dark matter requires 8 Eternalist fuel. Yeah, which, interestingly enough... Okay, yeah, it should add up. But considering a single one was 8,000 when we needed 8 of them for a single dark matter, that got pricey rather quickly. I used close to 1 million on this tablet. But, in my opinion, it's a worthwhile investment. I'm not gonna lie, I do think it was worth it. So, I'll take it. But, in order to go further, we're gonna need a significant amount of aluminium, vibranium, and once we go there, unobtainium. And that's why I have the end cake. Which, actually, the end cake is the whole reason why I went on the process to get the cows. Yeah. Which, the whole reason we need to go to the end is this. Our enchantment setup. As you can see, the Blazing Hell Shelf has a cap of 30. Even though I've got that they give 4 each, and I've got 8 of them, which adds up to a full 30, I've also got another 3 from my sea shelves. However, it hasn't gone above 30. And that is because it is determined by the maximum of the highest tier bookshelf that you have available. And what that means is in order to get the highest tier, which is the level 50, there's only one bookshelf that allows that. The Draconic End Shelf. Among all of these bookshelves, it is the only one with a maximum of 50. And in order to infuse and make this charm unbreakable, we need 50. So that's why I went to the end. Or we're setting up to go to the end. See, it's a whole lengthy process that I had to go down the road to. But we're getting ready. We're almost there. We just need Dragon's Breath and Dragon Heads. Now, the heads will kind of have to do a little bit of exploration. Of course, we could go Dragon Essence, but of course we need a bunch of farming for that. Along with the Dragon Egg Crux, which requires scales. So there's a lot that does still need to be done. But we're not looking at that right now. Right now, we are just going to the end to fight the dragon and get ourselves some Dragon's Breath. Now that does mean we're going to need a good bit of glass. Because I don't really feel like going and respawning the dragon just because I didn't bring enough. I also am going to grab some of these logs because, as I said, I do want to try and make us. Actually, I don't know if I mentioned it. I always forget to do things. It's great. But I'm going to take these because they're kind of fun looking. And they're actually one of the few ones that I'm unable to get through the Philosopher's Stone. Since it is not a vanilla type of wood. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make ourselves a little platform here. And I'm going to try my hand at making it look interesting enough. And we're going to see how that goes. Because I keep saying I want to make things look better. And then I don't really do anything about it. So I'm going to try and work on it. We're going to see how it goes. But I'm going to try. And I have a little bit of an idea, and that's kind of why I grabbed the leaves. I'm thinking we can make, because so far nothing has a roof, which is kind of funny if you think about it. I'm just, I guess, keeping the ability to jetpack in. But I want to make these. Just little, these little areas that I can have as decorations. And for whatever reason, I want to use this. It's fine. We'll make it work. Yeah, I'm going to see if I might be able to get Mara on here at some point and have her help me out, because obviously I'm not doing such a great job. I just realized I made this awkward. Okay, we're gonna see how this goes. Oh dear. I made this a double and I only have one end cake. Actually, you know, I could make it turn. And then the turn can be a one block. That'll work. So if we have a one block center, that's gonna work a little bit nicer for our cake. Okay. And then, if we have... because I'm pretty sure I can put it on the leaf. Yeah. We'll have it on the leaf. surrounded by the log. And then I want to make some stairs real quick. And then... Actually, let's go ahead and do it like this. And I need one more log. There we go. I guess I could add a bit more of the leaves. I'm kind of gonna make a small little archway. Sure, why not? It's definitely an interesting setup. I'm not sure entirely how I feel about it, but it's what we have. The cake is already placed, and I don't know if I can pick it back up. So, let's go to the end. Of course, I'm expecting this to be quite an easy fight. Ooh, okay. Don't fly away from me. I have to get him since he is a god artifact. So, 10 raiders? Okay. Hi, dragon! I want to break them as the dragon is connected, because supposedly that can drop... which actually I need to make sure my magnet is turned on. A dragon scale can be dropped that way. I'm going to also up my jet. Because I can use the scale for other things too. And obviously it doesn't really affect us too much. Okay, I do not know if scales are dropping. They are. Okay. I need to make sure I go pick those up then. In fact, I'm going to turn on hitboxes. Oh, wow. There's a massive hitbox over here. Oh, that's the dragon's breath. Interesting. That's kind of cool to know. Oh. I don't need that. Oh, I gotta be careful. It can end up just dropping and I lose my bottle. Although I guess I can always get more. I've actually got everything I need to make more bottles on me. Oh, wait. Those are the first scales that I dropped. Just trying to look around, make sure. We can kind of one-shot Enderman, so it's not so big a deal if I look at one. But yeah, the end is actually really good for getting god tier bosses. And with my really good sword... Hey, come back here. Nope. Enderman got in the way. Stop running away, you fool. I'm trying to kill you here. Oh. Dragon's breath. We sorta needed that. Okay. Now, back to crystal breaking. Okay. I saw it fall. Let's see. Where's the next crystal? Probably this one. Yep. Okay, somewhere. There we go. Ooh, actually, can just grab this dragon's breath midair. Looks like this crystal might be next. Nope. Whoops. Is it? Not really. It's over here. Eh. There we go.